Welcome back. It is 6:26 on your Monday. First Monday of the month means it is free legal advice day. Attorney Dave Betrass is hanging out with us, as always, answering your legal questions free of charge. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. Melania, play the music. You ready? Rise and shine, Steve. We woke up today. Do you know how many people didn't wake up today? Now, everyone, let's get out there and grind. Let's make it a great week. Go ahead, I'm ready to answer.
Okay, listen, this is just turning into an encouragement. He's just getting a pep talk for the week. All right, this one came from Facebook. Person asked, my son has been in prison since 2019 doing an 8-year sentence. Coming up on his last year now. His TC date is October of 2026, so this October. My question is, how would he proceed to get visitation with his son who he hasn't seen since he went in? The ex has moved on at this point and has gotten married. And is there still a law regarding grandparents' rights, too?
His grandparents could have probably gone in before he was in prison and tried to do something. If his son is under 18, he could try to get some kind of supervised visitation. They have to do like a reunification plan. But if his son is over 18, it's up to the son. It's not up to him anymore.
All right. So this one says, I leased a car, took it home that night. The next morning, on my way back to the dealership, after the morning, it started with a dead battery. The person had a car accident. So they just bought it the day before, then had a car accident. Only had liability insurance on the car they traded in. The dealership said they had 10 days to transfer that insurance. Did not have full coverage. And the insurance company said, well, the repairs are on you now. He has had other people tell them the dealership should not have let them leave the lot without having the insurance in place and that they should be responsible for the repairs. So what is your take on this?
Let's break this down. She's right on one thing. The law gives you a little bit of time. So if you buy a car, you have so many days to transfer it. But what they said was that they only had liability insurance on their car. They didn't have collision coverage. Let me tell everyone out there what collision coverage is and what liability coverage is. Collision coverage is if you get in an accident, the insurance company will pay for your own car. Liability is if you hit someone, they'll pay for someone else's car. So we understand the difference between liability and collision. In that question, she said, on my old car, I only had collision, and they didn't give me time to transfer it over. Well, it wouldn't have made a difference because she only had collision coverage. And they did verify that she had insurance. She either showed them an insurance card or whatever, and she had so many days to transfer it over. Now, the dealership wasn't necessarily worried about the car they just sold her. They were worried about the lien holder who's financed the course she just bought it. That's why they wanted to make sure she had liability coverage.
So if you're in that gray area, let's say you just bought the car and you're trying to you need to transfer the insurance over, but you haven't yet, and that's when you get in a crash. It'll still be covered even though you haven't done it yet?
You have so many days to do it.
All right.
But I always tell people, if you're buying a new car, one of the people you should, once you sign the paperwork or let your insurance agent know, hey, I'm going in to buy a new car, because it's easy to forget, you know?
Of course.
You're signing everything, going crazy.
So many things,
You should let them know you're buying a new car. Please transfer it over.
All right. This one says, I have a friend going through a divorce, paid for his attorney, but somehow the attorney said the wife needed it more, dropped him, and took her instead, and didn't refund his money back to him. How is that possible?
What was that question?
So the divorce attorney was representing one side, said that the other one had a better argument, and then ended up representing the other side instead.
Pew, pew, pew. That is such a blatant violation of our ethical rules that if that happened, that person should file an ethics complaint against that lawyer. That's like law school 101. You can't take money and say you're going to represent one person, get information and say, hey, she got more money. I'm out of touch with you. I'm going to represent the other person. That is blatantly wrong.
All right, so you just contact another attorney to get this?
No, I'd file a bar complaint. That is an ethical violation.
All right, there you go. All right, he'll be back, by the way.
I'll be back.
In between segments, he'll be answering your questions. So just you can call in between or call in live during our second one. For now, we'll send it back over to Gavin and take a look at the forecast. Now that was a beautiful sky to start your day. Welcome back. It's about 6:45. Free
That's a
legal
beautiful
advice.
message right there,
Round
too.
2, absolutely. That's the number to call, 744-8821. We are Channel 21. After all, Attorney Dave Betrass back with more free legal advice. We already have a caller on the line. You ready?
I'm ready. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Monday, man, I'm ready. I'm fired up.
He is.
It's time for the daily grind, the weekly grind. You're alive, get up. God bless yourself.
Ready to go, ready to go. Caller, go ahead with your question for Attorney Betrass.
Caller?
Well, we had a caller.
You know, I'm really beginning to question Mars.
I'll tell you what, while we work on the phone, we do have another couple questions. This one came in. It said, both of my parents passed away last January, in January of 2025, just 13 days apart. This person has all their paperwork that they need to go through. They'll keep certain things. The rest of it, their question is, should they hang on to their personal paperwork, their files and everything for any specific length of time before they get rid of it?
All right, so I don't have enough information to properly answer that. They didn't say whether they had any assets left. If they were left destitute, they just have personal effects, then you don't have to keep it on any time. If they had assets left and there's paperwork that relates to those assets, they have to keep it for at least 6 months to a year, just in case they need to refer to it.
Okay.
And I'm sorry for your loss, by the way.
Absolutely. All right. We have fixed the phone lines, I think, I hope. Fingers crossed. Caller, go ahead with your question.
Hi.
Hi, where are you calling from?
Hi, calling from Ravenna.
Okay, go ahead.
Question is, if you got an infection from the hospital, do you have, how hard is it to sue them knowingly they did it?
All right, I didn't quite hear what you said. What do you say the hospital did to you?
If they get an infection from going to the hospital.
Infection.
Those are very difficult cases, ma'am, because you get infections in the hospital. In the most sterile environments, in the most sterile courtrooms, you can get an infection. And so, unless the infection was due to something very blatant, meaning something they could have very easily remedied, and unless you are terribly, terribly something wrong with you, those are just cases that you just can't win. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for calling in. Thank you very much.
All right, this one came in. It says, city contracted workers working on the Devil Strip hit my son's car in my driveway with one of their machines. Now the city and the contractors are bouncing her back and forth in terms of who's actually paying for the damage. So who should they be dealing with when it comes to something like this?
Okay, so let me give you a little law here.
Okay.
Back in the day, we used to have a concept called the king is never wrong. Mm-hmm. So if you were injured or hurt by the government, you were out of luck. Now they've changed that king is wrong law to the king can be wrong only if you don't have insurance. So if the person had insurance, the king can do no wrong. If you didn't have insurance, the king can pay for it. Now, if there was a private contractor that wasn't working, that was not a city employee and was working for the city, then that's a dispute between your own insurance company and the insurance company for the independent contractor. The nice thing, and they didn't say whether they were injured or not, the nice thing is it's not your responsibility. It's either your own insurance company, and once again, if you don't have collision, what-wo, okay? Not what-wo, because the city then will have to pay for it. So it's either a dispute between the city and the private contractor, or that private contractor and your own insurance company.
All right, hopefully
that was a long-winded answer.
Helps you get pointed in the right direction. Right. Great stuff, as always, Dave. We appreciate it.
I messed up today, people. I'm
okay.
Sorry.
It's there's the empty kitchen
I'm
island.
going to make up for it Friday, because I'm not only going to bring in donuts, I'm going to bring in hot food, too.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. No one teased me out there. I didn't bring them in donuts today, all right?
I'm going to hold them to that, by the way. All right, keep it here. We'll be back with more after the break.